I mean, wave is concentrated wave or wind and solar energy.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, that's a good point.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, can I ask you where your advocacy for wave comes from? I mean,
It just makes so much sense. I learned about it I read about it about 8 years ago. And I thought, well, you know, that makes a lot of sense to me, that we have this wave resource. Why aren't we tapping that to get some of our energy? And then someone told me about a conference that was going on in Cork, Ireland, in like 10 days. So I paid for my own way to go over to it, and was just blown away with what was going on over in Europe with this. And I thought, well, now, what's wrong with us? Why aren't we doing more? Then I found out about EPRI, the utility think tank in Stanford or Palo Alto, California, where they've been mapping wave resources. And they had made the determination that Hawaii was one of the best places in the world for wave energy to be tapped. And so it just sort of steamrolled from that. And the internet has made a huge difference on being able to stay in contact with people. Because, you know, in the old days with snail mail or faxes, which became a little bit more modern, it just was so difficult to transfer the information that now you can just get instantaneously. So I've been following, someone said I sort of am shadowing all of these conferences, and I am, and promoting Hawaii each time I go. So it's made a difference with two of the companies. WaveGen has been here talking to Director Brennan Morioka, DOT, about putting one of their shore-based systems into a jetty. And then, of course, Ocean Links from Australia came here, and I put them together with the administration and other people, and they've now selected Hawaii as their primary location for their systems, and that system has received international awards. I've had Tom Dennis of Ocean Links with me on Olelo before, and it's just a fascinating technology, and one that's clean, reliable, constant, and it doesn't use surfers' waves. It's either shore-based or it's about 1 mile or 2 miles offshore, so it won't interfere with any surfing.
I think that's a genius technology, and I was just over at the tide pools at Makapu last weekend, and there's the blue hole there, and when you're there, and there was big swell last weekend, and just huge. I mean, it shoots 5-6 stories up, and you can just feel that pressure.
Well, right.
And it's a similar technology, right, where it's a
Yes,
kind of
it is.
upside-down box, and the swell compresses the air through a puka and spins a turbine. And
very similar to the blowhole technology. And you know how many people have gone out and looked at the blowhole? And we've looked at that for, I don't know, decades. Take your children out there. Everyone goes out. And it took someone that was out there surfing or out there really involved with the ocean to be able to say, hey, bingo.
Right, a light bulb moment.
Yeah, it was. And so there they developed the technology, and it's excellent. It is, as I say, award-winning, and it will be offshore of Maui, about 2 miles offshore, within the next coming year to year and a half.
Great. So hopefully, if they have success there, then we'll see.
Oh yes, and they've dedicated themselves to Hawaii, which is really wonderful, because we're seeing we're just seeing the companies come forward with their technology, and unless we are there with more than just saying, oh, thanks for being here, unless we're there and we step forward and actually create wave renewable energy zones to make it easier for them to come in. They'll pay to hook up. They'll pay to test their systems. That will pay for the cost of doing the wave energy underwater socket. But we need to get our government off its okolate to get this moving forward. So a lot of what I do these days is talk with our state government people to say, what are you doing? Let's get it moving.
And they're receptive?
Yeah, but you know, there's a difference between receptive and then getting something done.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yeah, that's the frustration. Well, Blue Planet must have some of the same frustrations. I mean, you make steps forward and then sort of falls back. And then, I mean, you've had some good successes, but one of the disappointments, I think, for a number of us was that we are going to continue to allow fossil fuel plants to be built if they need to be built.
Well, we hope to solve that problem this year.
I hope so.
With your support.
Oh, you've got it. You know that.
And what Rep. Thielen's talking about is a measure to prohibit future fossil fuel power plants.
That's a no-brainer for Hawaii.
It is. Because none of the plans going forward really call for building new fossil fuel power plants, coal or oil power plants.
Well, and if you don't draw that line in the sand, then you're
open.
not going to make the companies really work harder on getting the renewables online.
Right.
Because if they sort of think, oh, well, it's not going to happen, or oh, well, we'll think about it 10 years from now, we're not going to get off fossil fuel.
We're going to stay on that. But some of the other issues, you say that the challenges with state government, the challenges with the utility and other players. I mean, Hawaii is a difficult place, to really make dramatic change happen quickly. I think there's some risk-averse, nature that's innate, which is a good thing in some ways. But for some problems, we need to move more quickly. And this is one of those. We call those things inertiatives, when they're such good ideas, but they kind of get stuck. So we're trying to find where they're stuck, what are the barriers, can we break those down or provide incentives to do the right thing. And one area we're working a lot in is not so much the clean energy side, but the efficiency side.
Oh, good.
Because that's just as important. How can we have everyday folks? So we did a television show that you might have seen, the Hawaii Home Energy Makeover. And those clips are online. You can check out our website and see the different...
Well, now give the website so people will know.
blueplanetfoundation.org.
Okay, so all one word, blueplanetfoundation.org.
Right.
Okay.
And on there, under Makeover, you can see the different segments, just 2 to 3 minute little clips from the TV show, the TV special. One looking at solar. What do you have to do solar? What are the incentives in place? What about lighting? Why is lighting so important? Appliances. What are the payback periods for appliances? So just trying to make it really easy for folks to understand how simple it is to make these simple things and how much money you'll save. And it doesn't take long to pay off some of these simple changes.
Well, that's good when you can see it with the dollars and cents. Okay, I buy the new refrigerator, but I can pay back that cost within a 2-year period.
Right. Yeah, or shorter with a refrigerator. Yeah. So, and that's new energy. I mean, we think of efficiency as being virtuous, but it's really something that, we can count on that as new clean energy sources. It's a lot easier to replace your refrigerator than to put up a wind turbine or to put in photovoltaic or something more complex.
Well, you have a lot of work cut out for you. Legislature begins in middle of 20th of January, I believe is the date. And we really need Blue Planet to be there, and I know you will be.
Thanks.
And I deeply appreciate what you are doing, Jeff. I appreciate Hank Rogers and his dedication to this. I know he's at the Capitol a lot too, and it makes a huge difference. Legislators need to be educated, and you certainly are there to do it, and I deeply, deeply appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Hawaii owes you a great debt, and we will keep our shorelines above water with your help, and I know that you're one of the leaders that will be accomplishing that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff, for being here.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Aloha to everyone, and I appreciate the viewers listening. Jeff Mikulina, Executive Director of BluePlanetFoundation.org, and I invite you to tune in again and listen to Jeff speak in the future with me. Aloha to you from Representative Cynthia Thielen, Kailua, Kaneohe Bay, beautiful side of the island.